minutes.
Can't be done.
We don't have the manpower.
Or the time. Or a way.
I know people who really know how to hurt. Let's cut the son of a...
There are a couple of characters here I'm not too sure about.
So who's going to be our super high roller?
Oh, the nose plays. The nose does play. The nose plays.
Ocean's 13. Rated PG-13. Starts June 8th.
Jim, this would be a huge foul, except for one thing. Billy Donovan has 3 guys to work with. You can see Noah reaching. Look at him pull his hand back quickly, hoping he didn't pick up the 4th, but he was caught.
Buckeyes showing a little backcourt pressure here coming out of this last timeout called by Ohio State.
Well, Hodge has got a tough responsibility here now. Conley is going to be low to the floor, and he's a good stealer. There it is.
Conley then almost sideswiped by Hodge.
That was a move that you anticipated on the simple reason, Conley, Jim, it's amazing how low to the floor he can play. And Hodge, not experienced. Billy Donovan got caught there against that press and couldn't get Green back in the ball game. But Conley, he plays so low to the floor, both offensively and defensively, you just can't use your crossover dribble against him. Great job by this young guy.
1-and-1 coming up for Conley. It's not like Hodge doesn't have any quickness either, but he retreats to the bench, and one more coming for Conley.
Well, what that is, Jim, is that you're not used to a guy that can be that low to the floor with his hands. It is amazing how he can get down there. I mean, sometimes when he dribbles, his hands are just a matter of inches away from the ball and the floor.
His mom and dad, Mike and Renee.
Here it is again. Everybody running away. The ball needs to be thrown over the top of those people in the backcourt like that. You're not going to dribble past Conley and Lewis.
Ohio State hanging in there, but not able to mount a serious charge. At just not hitting from the perimeter. They've missed their last 9 from 3, and there's a block by Oden. Second time, though, a block goes right back to Horford.
This is huge.
Huge. Buries the shot.
And Jim, they did not have but 8 seconds to go in the shot clock. There he is again, wide open. The NCAA tournament's greatest three-point shooter gets an open look.
Conley with the floater. Humphrey has 4 from the perimeter in this game, 4 of 7. Meanwhile, Buckeyes again having a hard time to hit any of them tonight from outside.
Better get this ball over half court.
2 seconds to spare.
Humphrey didn't want any part of Conley on the dribble, though. Another little pick and roll.
7 minutes to go in the championship game, and the lead is 10.
Remind everybody, Oden was not in foul trouble and has not been out this half.
We were all there this time. Picked up by Lighty. He's got Lewis ahead. Uncontested.
Billy Donovan may be thinking timeout here. His team is in some serious trouble against this press.
That Mata urging the officials that, hey, they've got to kind of make a little better effort to get the ball back in play after the made basket.
Well, if the official puts it down on the floor, that 5-second count would start.
There's Green weaving through, splitting, and coming back out.
Well, it was a big gamble to do that. I'd get the ball out of whoever's Conley's guarding, get it out of his hands.
Now, Oden's going to pick up another one. Going to be his 3rd.
Might be Lighty. He raised his hands, Jim.
No, it's on Oden.
Is it?
Number 3. 6:17 to go.
Sorry, dude. Only got 1 left. Hey, I'm gonna grab some nachos. Walter! Watch my Bud Light, buddy.
Refreshingly smooth Bud Light. Always worth it.
Does Walter like nachos?
Red Squirrel Woodchuck, do you copy?
What's going on? My parents' home phone isn't in my network, so I gotta use this walkie-talkie thing.
Woodchuck!
Wouldn't it just be easier to switch to singular?
Woodchuck, you got your ears on! Woodchuck! This is Red Squirrel Woodchuck, do you copy?
Fine! Woodchuck is leaving the woodshed.
Frustrated with your network? That's why 3 times more people choose Singular over Sprint. Singular, now the new AT&T. Your world delivered. Now get the broadband Razor for only $39.99.
The new Pontiac GXP Performance Series isn't faster than the speed of light, but it is faster than a Porsche Boxster and a BMW X5. The Pontiac GXP Performance Series, designed for action.
What you thinking about, honey?
Butterflies.
Hey, me too.
But Daddy, aren't you worried about protecting your company and employees in the changing global economy? Are you tapped into the right capital markets expertise to help manage your institutional assets? What about life insurance, retirement? Annuities can offer professional money management, asset allocation, and a guaranteed income stream that you can't outlive.
We're with AIG, honey. So I'm just thinking about butterflies.
Oh.
The AIG companies, the strength to be there.
Tonight, Dave's bringing his A-game to the Late Show with stupid human tricks.
I'm going to stop a ceiling fan with my tongue.
Ah, excellent idea. Plus, Jake Gyllenhaal only on Dave.
Well, you look at Brewer and Green, they both have not scored in the second half, Billy, but Humphreys knocked down 3 threes, 9 in the half.
Jim, let me say something about Humphrey. So far in the Final Four games he has played, he is 18 for 35 from 3. He is averaging over 16 points a game, the leading scorer of all these outstanding Florida players. So if you're Ohio State, particularly at this stage of the game, I think you've got to put Lighty on him and say, do not leave him no matter what happens. Do not let him get off a shot.
Oden has picked up a couple of fouls here in just the last minute, so he's up to 3 now. He has gone 32 of 34 minutes in this one.
And the other thing is, if you're Green, do not put this ball on the floor with your dribbling. Try to give it up. Don't let Conley, the leading stealer in the Big Ten, get his hands in there.
Now Horford backing in. And Oden rejects.
Richard.
This time,
and there's Conley's hands.
It's Lighty on the floor. And now a tie up. The arrow's going back to Florida. Every time Oden's made a block, his team has not come away with it.
Well, Richard, being fresh, was able to get to that ball. But again, Jim, Conley with those hands reaching in there. You don't want to try to get cute with your dribble when he's in the area.
So the arrow to the Gators with 5:51.
9 seconds. So who do you want to guard? Make sure Humphrey doesn't get off a shot if you're Ohio State. And if you're Florida, see if you can't set a screen for him.
Gonna towel off the Final Four logo. Where
it's good hustle by Green, sticking his nose down in that pile because Ohio State had a fast break opportunity. And all of these little breaks help Oden, Jim. I mean, he has not been out of the game in this second half. Just think of what happened on Saturday. He was out of the ball game in 1 minute and 30 seconds. Tonight he has been able to hang in there.
Actually now.
Well, what they're reviewing here, did Ohio State get possession? And so then the shot clock would go back to the 35. That's what they're reviewing right here.
Doesn't appear to.
In other words, if they feel that Ohio State got possession and then there was a tie-up, the shot clock would go back, because I think it was down to about like 8 seconds. I see this right here. Do you say Ohio State has possession here and then loses possession?
What would you say? I wouldn't think so.
I think it should stay at 9 seconds. I don't think they get another 35 because I don't think Ohio State clearly had possession.
They're going to keep it. They're going to keep it at 9 seconds.
I think that was a good call.
Rule he never had. Ohio State and Lighty never gained possession of it.
9 seconds, plenty of time for a dribble drive, but Conley's on Green, so that's going to be tough to do. Here's the screen.
Horford out high on the screen. Now back to him with 2 on the shot clock. Driving in, laying it in. What a shot.
Break down defensively there. Harris had to do a better job staying with him. Huge shot by Horford.
Horford has 13 tonight.
Oden wants it.
He gets it. Turn around. Yes.
He called for that ball right away. No time to double down on him there. Green is insistent on bringing this ball up the court with a dribble.
Tough pass, and he was on the line.
No, what I think happened there, he tried to call a timeout, falling out of bounds.
Well, they ruled it was on the line, Billy. I saw the signal.
Yep. Good call, Jim.
I didn't call it. I just observed it.
Let's see this. He comes down on the line. Yep.
So 5:15. We've had 8 double-digit comebacks in this tournament. 2 of them by the Buckeyes. Comebacks to win. Can they do it again? Jump ball right back to Oden, who draws another foul. Is that Horford? Let's see.
I think it is Horford. I don't think Richard was close enough to him to commit that foul. He tried to make the interception.
It's on Richard.
Yeah, the Florida players are saying, how come the big guy's getting all the calls?
That's the 4th on Richard. Well, 10 team fouls, so they're double bonus the rest of the way.
Yeah, but Billy Donovan intended for him to get 4 or 5 fouls in this ball game. He wanted Noah and Horford out of foul trouble. He has played now 15 minutes without a break in this half. 18 minutes in the first half. Sensational job on Oden's part.
He's got 22 points and 11 rebounds.
I do not understand why Green is dribbling the ball up the court.
It's a 6-point game. It's Green, left open. Oh, and another backbreaker 3.
Seems like every time that's the answer. This well-balanced Florida team can hurt you in so many ways.
Green's first basket of the second half, and it's a big one. Now Lewis driving on Brewer. In the basket, they're going to count it. The basket counts, and Lewis to the line after the foul call on Corey Brewer, his second.
Lewis, Jim, who's had a tremendous tournament. We talked about his great game against Xavier, 27 points in that one, plus that incredible 3 that put that game into overtime. This is the basket there.
Boy, it had great success at the line during the tournament. Before that one,
he was 28 for 29 coming into this game. Shows you how well he was shooting.
Unable to finish the 3-point play. Now Richard, he wanted it. Working on Oden. And shows quite a move, Chris Richard.
Well, he used that big upper body, and Oden really couldn't get away. Billy Donovan just jumping up and down, asking his team maybe to go zone. Yes, they did. They went zone.
With that righty open. He wanted the 3, and that's short.
They went zone, and Brewer didn't see the call. He was man-to-man. Florida really dodged one there.
They have now, Billy, at Ohio State, missed 10 consecutive shots from 3. And that's been the difference in this game when you look at what Florida has been able to do from the outside.
It's a good call by Green right here. Get Richards to set a screen. That's a good move. Richards should go out and do it again, or here Horford's going to do it, but they should be doing it on Oden's man.
5 on the shot clock. Horford on the run, and he does it again. He beat the shot clock already once just a few moments ago, and he does it again.
Now this clock is really important. Ohio State's got to push this ball up the floor. It's a tired club. Conley's got to speed things up a little bit here.
Gator fans rise. They sense the kill. Conley tries to quiet them. Long with the shot. Brewer high with the board. Gators off and running. Over to Green. He'll come inside. Uncontested.
Oh, he misses the shot.
Out. And Horford is right there for the rebound.
But, Jim, you have a very tired team for Ohio State right now. That's the difference.
Well, you can tell just the way Green was able to drive in, and then no one was there to get the rebound.
Absolutely. Again, just a drives by Conley. Lighty, Horford, this is interesting.
Horford's got the size advantage. His players at his feet. A whistle first.
Is the call going to be where Horford goes to the line? Looks that way.
Foul on Lighty.
Humble
even in victory. Introducing the North American Car of the Year, the all-new Saturn Aura Sports Sedan. Now get 0% APR and $1,000 bonus cash.
Oh, listen up, everybody. The easy button now gets us 10% back on the things we use the most.
Coffee? Hair gel?
Plant food?
Worms.
No, 10% back at Staples on ink, paper, and copies.
Oh,
right on.
Right.
Introducing the new Staples Rewards program. It's free, and you get 10% back on ink, paper, and copies to spend at Staples. That was easy.
It's good to be the king, but when Miller Lite has 1/3 the carbs of Budweiser and more taste and half the carbs of Bud Light, then it's probably even better to be the ultimate light beer. Miller Lite. Good call.
Come on, who am I? SpongeBob, no pants.
Wow.
SpongeBob fever is spreading. Grab some tasty chicken fries and toys, only at BK.
All right, Delivery Intercept. Well, say you've shipped your new gizmos to all your best customers, and they're just about to arrive when Bob comes in and says, "Stop the gizmos, there's a problem with the gizmos." Well, if you shipped with UPS, you'd have the control to stop those gizmos and bring them right back. It's not just delivery, it's UPS Delivery Intercept.
Whew, that was close.
Action Tuesday, a suicide bomber on American soil.
I just lost 2 agents.
This man was dead before his bomb went off.
A new NCIS. Then, the unit works undercover to protect freedom.
You killed before.
For my country. And when someone threatens to reveal their secret,
I went to a writer and I told him everything.
You know anything? Enough.
they'll stop at nothing to keep it.
Hey, guys.
Question my wife!
Is Crystal trying to kill us all? No, sir, just me.
The Unit. New episode Tuesday after NCIS.
Each team has 3 timeouts remaining. The second half, Ohio State has not made a 3. Urban Meyer, Jim Tressel. They met January 8th.
One's laughing and one isn't, kind of like January the 8th. Huh?
That's right. Another football coach is here. That's right. The brilliant coach of the New England Patriots, Bill Belichick. He knows a little something about repeating. Back-to-back in 3 out of 4. He's a very close friend and a huge admirer of Billy Donovan's.
And Billy Donovan has leaned on him for advice in regard to that repeat. He's also leaned on Pat Riley. And the conclusion both of them gave him, Jim, was go with your gut. That was about repeating. I think he may be going back after this ball game to talk to those 2 guys and see if he goes with his gut on another decision.
Well, every indication he's told us all weekend is his gut is telling him it's all about Florida.
And all he's all told us he hadn't thought about it at all either. There's Brewer again. This is a cheap foul. Who's got Richard? No need to commit that foul. Odin Brewer had a wide open rebound. And here comes Noah in fresh.
For Richard, that's it.
Yep.
He has fouled out, and he's a senior. That's the end of his career at Florida. As Billy Donovan told me this week, he's been a winner from high school on. He went to school there in Lakeland, Florida, where he played with Rashad Anderson. Remember him from UConn, and they won a state title.
Played in more games than any Florida player, and really had a sensational game here over the weekend against UCLA, and played well tonight and did exactly what Billy Donovan wanted him to do.
Look what he did, Billy, in the tournament.
Absolutely.
From the field. 22 of 26.
That's fair, huh?
That's not bad.
Particularly from your 6th man who you're counting on primarily for defense and rebounding.
Now Odin, again, double bonus the rest of the way, so 2. And that one rattles out.
And, you know, Brewer won't get credit for that rebound because of the foul. But how about how he has been rebounding on the defensive glass in this second half?
He's got 8 for the game. Second one goes for Odin. 75-63 with 2:20. 23 points now for Odin. And a double up on Green, able to escape it as Noah's back in.
Double again. Somebody's got to be open inside. We've got 2 men on the ball outside. There it is.
Noah pulls it right back to him. Ball tipped Out to Conley, and the Buckeyes come out with it.
How about a three? Somebody's got to start making some threes here.
Lewis,
not the place to go.
Follows it up, though, and Horford got a piece of it.
And you can see Oden is tired, Jim. He just can't get to the ball down on the inside on the offensive glass like he did earlier.
That's a big empty trip. Coming in, it's Brewer. Over to Noah. I thought Oden first might pick up a foul, but they didn't call it on him. And there's Christine Donovan. And we talked to Billy this week. He says, if you have a chance, just please tell the story about my wife and how she's allowed me to be able to accomplish everything I have with all that tutoring that goes in with their young family, the carpooling, the appreciation. He says it never gets expressed enough. And I know Thad Matta said the exact same thing at the great salute presentation on Thursday night about their MVPs, their MOPs, most outstanding players in their homes. And there is Joakim's mother,
former Miss Sweden. And her boy won the MOP last year and is going to be part of a repeat this year, it looks like.
Conley spinning away from him. Brilliant move by Conley. Timeout, Matta. 77-65. Up 12. 1:21 to go.
Fast is violent. Fast is gritty. Fast is explosive. This is the new Fast, the 438 horsepower hybrid. This is the pursuit of perfection.
Jim Nantz with Billy Packer. We talk about the Florida Gators. It would be interesting to see the context with which you'll put, if they finish it off here, back-to-back championships in this day and age of college basketball, Billy.
So difficult. It's the commitment that these kids made last April the 7th to say we want to come back and do it again, but great steal by Conley.
Don't give up on the Buckeyes yet. Conley, steal and a layup, and it's 10.
And Jim, what they have got to do is to throw the ball over that initial defense, get it down on the other end of the court.
Noah's father loving it too.
Humble, even in victory. Introducing the North American Car of the Year, the all-new Saturn Aura Sports Sedan. Now get 0% APR and $1,000 bonus cash.
Thad Matta has one timeout left. His brother Greg has already won a championship here in Georgia. He's a coach at North Cobb Christian High School. They won the state title in their division, and Thad was hoping that maybe it'd bring a little luck to him down here in Georgia as well. They break the press this time.
Jim, what Florida has to do is throw over the top of this press, and then they're going to start the foul to put them on the line to get this ball back. But they can throw over the top of the press and get an easy layup, because what Ohio State's doing now is basically playing 5 men from the half court backwards.
Be a 1-and-1 coming. That's the 9th. So after this, everything else, 2 shots. Horford a 1-and-1, 5 of 6 on the night.
He's looked really firm on those free throws this evening.
Plus, he's hit a couple of outside jumpers and a couple of shots on the run.
Yep.
18 points, 12 rebounds. That one spins out. He's coming off a huge rebounding performance against the Bruins. 17 boards, and they were plus 17 as a team. Thanks to him in that game.
Shots have got to go up quicker now for Ohio State. They're taking too much time. Got to take shots and let Oden go get the ball.
Cook. Noah able to get a hand on it and snap it down, and another foul. And the Gator fans are starting to sense it. There's Billy Donovan's father. His wife, Christine.
I was kidding him before the game, Jim. He was so serious, and he said, what do you think tonight? And I said, well, you've got the better team. If you had a kid that could coach worth a darn, you might be all right. And he just wanted to laugh at me. He's a tremendous man, and, of course,
Had a great college career of his own at Boston College.
He was a great teacher of Billy early on, and you know the story of Rick Pitino getting Billy, who was not much of a player at Providence, and getting to dedicate himself as a player. It was quite a story.
2 for 2 by Noah. Back up to 13.
That'll shoot that ball.
Butler. And finally, they hit one in the second half. Now 3 for 21 for the game from outside. Reach in on Oden, number 4. But he was able to go almost the distance tonight, Billy. There's Sidney Green on the left.
Great UNLV player. It's a great moment for parents who see their kids reach such incredible heights.
There is Torian.
You know, Jim, when you think about Billy and his message to his team this year, share the wealth. Well, they did that. 5,000-point scores, 5 guys in double figures. It'll be a different path. And just think about last year's NCAA tournament as we watched them march through, and this year. So certainly a different path. And then he said, enjoy the moment. And they're 34 seconds away from reaching that enjoyment. Point number 3 that he made early this year.
Al Horford's father, Tito, also no surprise, all smiles. Conley dishes Oden. 2 more for Oden.
And Oden will be the MOP of this Final Four, Jim, on a losing team, obviously.
You think so?
Yes, I do.
I think it might be Horford.
You do. I think it's Oden.
We represent the Coke brand, and we would love to somehow bring some kind of legal action against Coke Zero.
There might be some taste infringement issues.
Oh, so you're worried about...
I think it's basic taste infringement. I'd like to stick with that phrase, because that sounds really good to me.
It's not a claim.
It's not a claim. Could we sue them just to get it into court, to just humiliate these people?
You'll be humiliated, and you'll
We'll
get
be
fired.
humiliated and
you'll get fired.
I don't want that.
Da, 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 da.
Where are we?
Relax. My new Ultima has satellite navigation. It even shows where traffic is.
That could come in handy.
So does the push button start.
It comes with that?
And Bluetooth technology.
So you can use your cell phone hands-free.
Yep. And there's my man.
Change is good.
I've got to get a Nissan Altima.
The next generation of Nissan Altima sets the new standard.
You know, Billy, when you start talking about back-to-back, and again, you take all those magnificent wooden years, but they never had the same 5 on the floor, the same starting 5 the next year. This is history. It's never happened in college basketball. And you know, when we first started researching, we said with what college basketball is today, and sometimes it's a short business for some players. They're here and gone. We may never see it again. In fact, we never have seen it.
You know, Jim, the last SEC team that won back-to-back is Kentucky in 48 and 49 with Adolph Rupp, the fabulous 5, but it wasn't the same 5. So, you know, even in that particular case, it didn't work out. Just think about that. No SEC team has gone back-to-back since 1948-49.
Wow.
And there's some real history these kids are putting on tonight.
How about the fact Florida had not even been to an NCAA tournament till 20 years ago? Right? You think about all of the Ohio State was in the very first one back in 39, won it in 60, tried to repeat, lost in the final 61, back again in the final in 62. Yep. Not until 87 did they ever make a visit. I want to say one thing about all the dads, because Lee Humphrey's father is here tonight. He's a middle school teacher back there in Maryville, Tennessee, and the man at the line, Corey Brewer, wanted me to pass along his best to his dad, Ellis. They know him as Pee-wee. He had a leg amputation back in November, 3 follow-up surgeries. He could not be more proud, I'm sure, of his son, and his son feels exactly the same about his father. Shot by Conley.
Making some threes now, but much too little too late. And Thad Matta does not want to foul. This game is over. They have done it.
They're going to let him go. Florida takes its place in history. Back-to-back and unforgettable.
Some year for the Gators, huh, Jim? National champs in football, national champs in basketball.
for the goal, for this moment right here. Billy Donovan told him, these distractions, guys, don't listen to the praise, ignore the criticism. It's poison either way, praise or criticism. Block it out, stay focused on the goal, and enjoy it. And he told them that the path up the mountain is going to be different because teams are going to not let you go up the same path, but they have scaled that mountain again. And for the first time in 15 years, college basketball has a repeat champion. He found his mother. And their Gators have found their dream right here in Atlanta. National champions once again.
I slayed the dragon and come for my reward.
Well done. This is for you.
This is all I get?
Terms and conditions state that you must slay a minimum 4 dragons before cash is earned. A tail must also be provided to prove that it is a dragon and not just a large lizard.
Is this how your cash rewards card treats you? Introducing No Hassle Cash Rewards. Earn cash on every purchase everywhere, plus a 25% annual bonus.
Oh, you've qualified to marry my daughter.
What's in your wallet?
The survivors dance for their dinner.
Boo was doing the whole white guy thing.
New episode CBS Thursday.
Buckle in, things might get bumpy. Thankfully, the GL450 is the only full-size luxury SUV with a unibody platform to provide maximum comfort and stability. Just one reason why the Mercedes-Benz GL was named the Motor Trend Sport Utility of the Year.
The 7-passenger GL, just one of the Mercedes-Benz SUVs with standard 4MATIC 4-wheel drive. The award-winning GL starts at $55,675.
Upping the ante with the world's most powerful anti-spam, antivirus, and anti-spyware solutions for business. Get protected. Spam is back. Viruses are worse than ever, and the spyware nightmare has just begun. Ironport. Upping the ante for your business.
So, how are we going to become more profitable?
Well, sir, people say our crust tastes like cardboard. Our delivery boxes are made of cardboard. Cardboard costs more than our crust. We could save thousands if we make
our boxes out of our crust. Ah! Genius!
At Round Table, quality is everything. Like with our dough made fresh daily. Try it with our incredible Smokehouse Combo. Round Table, the last honest pizza.
Hit the road. It's the Chevy Spring Sales Event, where you'll get 0% APR, plus $1,000 bonus cash when you buy an all-new Silverado. Plus, get another $1,000 bonus cash when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Don't wait. Hit the road today to get your all-new Chevy Silverado, the 2007 Motor Trend Truck of the Year. Hurry. The Chevy Spring Sales Event ends April 3rd. Come see why NorCal drives Chevy. Visit your Northern California Chevy dealer today.
First Republic Bank is proud to sponsor the Jefferson Awards on CBS 5.
Greg Gumbel welcoming you back to the Georgia Dome in Atlanta. The Florida Gators have done it again. They repeat as national champions. They handled Ohio State's Buckeyes tonight, the final 84-75. A reminder, still ahead this evening on CBS. Gage bringing his A game to the Late Show with stupid human tricks, plus the very talented Jake Gyllenhaal. That's followed by the Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson here on CBS after your local news. And coming up later here on our post-game show, our special annual tribute to the NCAA tournament, One Shining Moment. Our Chevrolet Most Valuable Players for tonight's 2007 National Championship Game. For Ohio State, Greg Oden, 25 points, 12 rebounds, 4 blocked shots. And for Corey Brewer, what a terrific all-around game for that young man with 13 points and 8 rebounds. Let's take you back down courtside. Jim and Billy are standing by with some victorious Florida Gators. Jim.
Yes, thank you very much, Greg. The celebration is underway. Billy Donovan, your team has done it. The goal was there since last year just as soon as it finished, and now you guys have done. How did you do it tonight and all season long?
Well, Jim, the first thing I want to say is I know Dr. Edwards is out there watching, and his mentor, Coach Walsh from the 49ers, has been very, very ill. And I just want to let him know that our whole entire team is thinking about him and pulling for him. But I'm so proud of these guys. You know, we've had to win different ways, and with the expectations, I really believe you got to look at this team and say, I'm not saying that they're the best team, but they've got to go down as one of the best teams to ever play this game. And I'm not talking about talent, I'm just talking about the intangible of team, unselfishness, working hard. For them to do it back-to-back in this day and age, being so hard, I think that they deserve a lot of credit and recognition for that.
There's no question that the Gators have found their place in history. Guys, congratulations. And what about all this history you guys made tonight? Corey?
It feels great. You know, it's what we came back to school for. It's what we're all about is University of Florida winning championships. And we're just celebrating, baby. Yes, #1 again. 2 in a row, back-to-back. That's what we do. We win championships. Thank you. Tennessee, I love you, baby. I love you.
Say, Joe, what do you say about it?
I mean, this is what it's all about. I mean, we work so hard for this, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we're going to do it big. All day, all night, do it huge. You guys have no idea what I'm talking about when I'm saying that. But my boys know. The Gator boys know what I'm talking about. Gainesville know what I'm talking about.
Hey, Corey, you've been named the most outstanding player. How about a quick word back to your dad who's watching this?
I just want to tell my daddy that I love you, Daddy. I know you're watching. I can't wait to come home and see you. I love you, Daddy.
Congratulations, guys. The Nets are all yours. Billy, you've done it again.
Well, very fortunate with this group. Great group.
We'll continue from the Georgia Dome, where Florida has won the championship.
Multi-link sport-tuned suspensions for better handling. Formula One-inspired shift paddles for enhanced performance. Mercedes-Benz coupes and convertibles are where engineering and exhilaration meet. At Mercedes-Benz, we take the joy of driving seriously.
Visit your authorized dealer for limited time offers on select coupes or convertibles through April 30th.
Okay, now what? Rock, paper, scissors for it? Okay, that's fair. On 3? Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
I threw paper.
I threw a rock.
Refreshingly smooth Bud Light. Always worth it.
Low 5.
Between my 2 phone bills, it's probably about $60 a month.
About $150.
Probably $100 a month.
With Vonage, it's just $24.99 a month for unlimited local and long distance. Call now and get 1 month free, including free calls to the U.S., Canada, Puerto Rico, and Europe. And all the cool features you could ever want are included. Over 20 in all. That's a savings of up to 50% on your phone bill.
Call 1-800-970-6097.
Blockbuster Total Access presents A Brief History of Online Movie Rental. Once there was only Netflix. You ordered online, received and returned by mail, and waited for new movies. Now there's Blockbuster Total Access. You can order online, return by mail, even exchange for new ones at the store, no extra charge.
And no waiting for new movies.
No wonder thousands join Blockbuster Total Access every week.
We did. And everything else is history.
Movies through the mail plus movies through the store, one low price. That's Blockbuster Total Access. Get a free trial at your Blockbuster store or Blockbuster.com.
Honey, look at this.
Is it for all of us?
Yeah. $1,600 for a week. Well, we can do that.
Oh, yeah.
The magic begins when you realize you can afford a Disney vacation. Other affordable packages all year long. Visit DisneyWorld.com/affordable.
Throughout this tournament, the Florida basketball team carried with them a poster signed by each and every member of the Florida football team as inspiration it culminates in an 84-75 victory over Ohio State here tonight. Welcome back, everyone. Greg Gumbel along with Clark Kellogg and Seth Davis. You know, it was one of those things that early on you could tell there were some signs, although Greg Oden was superb tonight.
Hey, he was absolutely outstanding. Congratulations to the Buckeyes for an outstanding season. Disappointing end, but they played a great team. And this young man here, Greg Oden, was absolutely outstanding all game long. He stayed foul trouble free, and his presence was felt throughout the game at both ends. He had 25 points, 12 rebounds, 4 of those on the offensive glass, and he also blocked 4 shots. The most outstanding player of this Final Four, Corey Brewer, and a true stat sheet stuffer. He does everything. He scores, he makes shots, he rebounds, he defends multiple positions. Nobody could match his versatility in this tournament, particularly here in this Final Four.
And what do you know, it's the Final Four. We're talking about Lee Humphrey again. What a terrific game for him. 4 for 7 from behind the three-point arc. Could have used a bunch of guys here. Torian Green, 3 for 3. Brewer was 3 for 8. How about the Gators? 22 for 25 from the foul line. They shot 48% from the floor for the game. An incredibly efficient basketball team. And really just a great team effort. And when Lee Humphrey's making threes like that, it almost becomes unfair. And of course, conversely, Ohio State, just a nightmare's three-point shooting game. 4 for 23. Ron Lewis 0 for 4. Did not make a three-pointer at the Final Four. Jamar Butler was 1 for 6. That's got to be the one thing that's got to be really disappointing for Ohio State. No shame in losing to Florida, but you really want to feel like you brought your A game to the championship game. Unfortunately, the shots just weren't falling for them, but certainly the better team won. And by the way, the rules should be that Joakim Noah does the post-game interview every year at the Final Four.
All right, guys, time for the presentation of the NCAA Championship Trophy. Let's take you to public address announcer Gene Honda.
Your attention, please. To present the National Championship Award this evening, please welcome Dr. Miles Brand, President of the NCAA, and Mr. Gary Walters, Chair of the NCAA Division I Men's Basketball Committee.
On behalf of the NCAA, I want to congratulate both teams for having very outstanding seasons this year. It is now my distinct pleasure and honor to present the 2007 National Championship Trophy to Coach Billy Donovan and the University of Florida Gators.
Congratulations, Billy Donovan and the Florida Gators. Stay tuned. More to come from Atlanta. We'll hear from Ohio State head coach Thad Matta after this.
Did you have a color in mind?
Red.
It's got a real nice feel and great for cutting through metal.
Okay.
Lately, a lot of NCAA basketball fans are shopping at Lowe's.
I need a blender. How is that one?
Because right now, when you make a purchase at Lowe's, you automatically get a chance to instantly win a trip to the 2008 NCAA Men's Final Four. Or you could win one of millions of Lowe's prize cards. Get in the game today at Lowe's. Let's build something together.
All the time, you feel me?
Man, what's the deal with them? Man, they ain't bugging.
Greasy fast food can slow you down. Introducing Subway Fresh Fit Meals with new better-for-you sides and drinks. It fits into the American Heart Association's approach to a healthy lifestyle. So fuel up and power on. Subway, play hard, eat fresh.
All tournament long, fans have been voting for the Pontiac game-changing performance. Earlier tonight, we revealed which school won the $100,000 general scholarship contribution from Pontiac. Fans from the 3 finalists gathered tonight to see if their school would win this year's award. There's the Virginia Commonwealth Rams, the Buckeyes from Ohio State, and the Georgetown Hoyas. And the winner of the Pontiac game-changing performance of the tournament is the Ohio State University. And here's the play that won it for the Buckeyes.
Gotta hurry. Connolly, 5 to go. Lewis has been awesome, lets it go. Pinto! He ties it at 62.
Congratulations, Ohio State. That game-changing performance just earned your school a $100,000 General Scholarship Fund contribution from Pontiac.
Is it his time? Yes! A tradition unlike any other. The Masters on CBS.
Hoop fans, don't miss your chance to go to the 2008 Men's Final Four at the Alamo Dome in San Antonio, April 5th and 7th. Log on to NCAAsports.com to apply for your tickets online. That's NCAAsports.com. And don't forget the 2008 Women's Final Four, April 6th and 8th at the St. Pete Times Forum in Tampa. Log on to NCAAsports.com to apply for tickets online. That's NCAAsports.com, the official website of the NCAA.
We have most certainly enjoyed and appreciated the gracious Southern hospitality provided by the city of Atlanta during this Final Four and championship weekend, where we watched Florida capture the 2007 national title. These magnificent aerial views of the capital city of Georgia are brought to you by Goodyear. Tonight, stay tuned for The Late Show with David Letterman, followed by Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson right here on CBS after your late local news. Still to come here on the post-game show, a special championship tradition continues with our tribute to the tournament, One Shining Moment. Speaking of which, for the first time, you can now download and own a copy of this inspirational music video, relive all the joy, drama, and outstanding performances of this tournament, as well as the past 20 years of the best in college basketball. Visit apple.com for CBS's One Shining Moment offering at iTunes. Moments ago, Sam Ryan caught up with Buckeyes head coach Thad Matta.
Coach, I know this is a difficult situation to speak under these circumstances, but you got everything you could from Greg Oden tonight. 25 points, 12 boards, 38 minutes. Ultimately, what was the difference?
Well, the difference, honestly, was they made some incredible plays. And, you know, we took away what we wanted to take away. And, you know, when they're shooting runners in and you know, guys are shooting step-off shots and they're going in, when you're playing a great team like Florida, when those guys step up and make the plays, there's not a lot you can do. And, they made their free throws down the stretch. And you know, I think that was really the difference. They made some incredible plays on us.
Well, Thad, out of the 65 teams in the tournament, only 2 teams played for the national title. Your guys, one of them. How proud of them are you?
I couldn't be prouder. I mean, this group of guys has been resilient all year long, and you know, coming in this game with 22 straight wins and winning 35. It's just, you know, it's hard because I love the team so much, and I don't want it to end. I'd like to go back to practice tomorrow with them, but you know, it's a great start for us at Ohio State, and proud of our kids.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Sam, thank you very much. Clark, let me throw some words back at you that you said at the tail end of this game. That Florida team is a great, great basketball team.
They really are unselfish, no real holes. They play defense, they play together, and they've got playmakers. You heard Thad Matta talk about it. They have guys that make plays.
A complete team effort. Guys like Chris, Richard, Maurice Spates coming off the bench, Walter Hodge, a deep team, a great team, a true champion.
One shining moment right around the corner. We will continue live from Atlanta in just a moment.
Prices they got in here. $8 candy bar, $11 for a can of tuna. Now, it's prices like these that's keeping folks from living the high life. Sir, where's your beer section? Thank you. A good, honest beer at a tasty price. That's what we stand for. Clean up on aisle common sense. Hey, let me grab this. That's how we do it. Get in and out, boy. You just lost your right to sell Miller High Life is what you did.
I really like this hot fudge shake.
The Oreo bits are good.
Why aren't you drinking yours?
I'm waiting for it to cool down.
It's a hot fudge shake, but it's not hot. Once the hot fudge hits the shake part, it's all cold. See?
Not as hot as you would think a shake might be.
You never think that a shake is hot.
Unless it's called a hot fudge shake.
Even then, you pretty much figure out that it's not going to be hot.
Well, you have to have somebody explain it to you.
You do.
Hot fudge shake made with Oreo cookies. New at Sonic. A favorite childhood cookie blended with hot fudge into a cool, creamy treat. Pay the Sonic way. Swipe your credit or My Sonic card from your car.
Oh, I totally agree. I mean, you know, how much you have to invest these days to earn some respect. I mean, my broker takes forever to return my calls, and when he does, he's got like 2 seconds to talk. I mean, I realize the guy's got bigger fish to fry, but does he have to make it so obvious? Thank you.
ran circles around BMW, Mercedes, and Lexus. The Infiniti M, #1 in Car and Driver Sports Sedan Comparison Test, 2 years running. The Infiniti M, designed to outperform.
Years of fencing and 3 years of law school teach you a lot. For him, it's confidence. For me, it's pride. Go to ncaastudent.org to find out how your child could become one of the many student athletes who go pro in something other than sports.
Who are you?
Joakim Noah and the rest of his Florida teammates cutting down the nets for the second straight year as we welcome you back to Atlanta, Georgia, and remind you that coming up later tonight on CBS, Dave's bringing his A game to the Late Show with Stupid Human Tricks, plus the very talented Jake Gyllenhaal. That's followed by the Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson here on CBS after your late local news. And a reminder, tune in to NCAA March Madness highlights on CSTV later tonight for all the highlights and stories from the National Championship Game. Remember, CBS Sports coverage of the Masters begins with late night highlights this Thursday and Friday at 11:35 p.m. Eastern Time. Live third round coverage gets underway Saturday at 3:30 Eastern, with Sunday's final round coming your way at 2:30 Eastern Time. One last thought from you guys. I don't think that we'll see for quite a while a team in a position to repeat the way the Florida Gators did. It's one thing to have your guys back. It's another thing to go out and do it.
Well, all season long, the Gators were go-getters, and they went and got a second consecutive championship. Kudos to them. Congratulations to the Buckeyes. I think we'll hear more from them heading forward.
And you know, when these guys cut down the nets last year, I would have sworn they were all going to go to the NBA. They came back because of their love for each other, their coach at the university. They made history tonight, and for all the right reasons.
Absolutely. We congratulate Florida and head coach Billy Donovan, whose Gators have become the first team to win back-to-back national championships in 15 years. And we also tip our hats to Coach Thad Matta and the Buckeyes, who, despite tonight's loss, have restored the glory to Ohio State basketball. For Clark, for Seth, for Sam Ryan, for all of us here at CBS Sports, I'm Greg Gumbel. Thank you for being with us. And as we say goodnight from Atlanta, it's time for a CBS tournament tradition, Luther Vandross and One Shining Moment.
Ball is tipped, and there you are. You're running for your life. You're a shooting star. In all the years, no one knows just how hard you worked. But now it shows in one shining moment. It's all on the line. In one shining moment, they're time is short and the road is long. In the blinking of an eye, that moment's gone. And when it's done, win or lose, you always did your best. 'Cause inside you knew that in one shining moment you reached deep inside. One shining moment you knew. Of your heart, feel the wind in your face. It's more than a contest. It's more than a race. Here we go. Is this the dagger? Oh, what a shot!
5 to go. Lewis has been awesome. Let's it go. Let it go. Taking a lot of time here. Green still trying to win the free. And the Hoyas Bears have pulled it off.
And when it's done, win or lose, you always did your best. 'Cause inside you know. Send it in. In one shining moment, you reach for the sky. In one shining moment, you knew. In one shining moment, you're willing to try. In one shining moment, you knew.
Ohio State and Florida for the national championship. And one. Oh, no one's going to catch him. Florida takes its place in history. Back to back.
This sure brings me back.
To when? 5 minutes ago? You never had that.
Never had a Coke before? You think I've gone soft in the head?
That's Coke Zero.
The 13th president was Millard Fillmore.
Okay.
Do you know what the capital of Djibouti is?